Your attention, please. During every suspenseful moment of the running of the motion picture macabre, the life of everyone in the theater will be insured by Lloyd's of London for $1,000 against death by fright. However, even Lloyd's of London will not grant coverage for any person with a known heart condition or for suicide by any member of the audience.
Will everyone in the theater hold on firmly to his seat, please? Stop it! Stop it! I'm Vincent Price. What unearthly horror did that girl gaze upon? What manner of incredible thing walked beneath that hood? It would be unfair at this time to show you any more of what went on in that laboratory where a man actually dared to play God. So fantastic, words can't begin to describe it. You must see it with your own eyes to believe it. When the fly comes your way.
I'm William Castle, and I feel obligated to warn you about the next attraction you will see at this theater. The picture is The Tingler, which I directed. And for the first time in motion picture history, members of the audience, including you, will actually play a part in the picture. You will feel some of the physical reactions, the shocking sensations experienced by the actors on the screen. I guarantee that The Tingler has more shocks per minute than my last film, The House on Haunted Hill. But don't be alarmed. You can protect yourself. When you see the picture, you will be told, and remember the instruction, how you can guard yourself from attack by The Tingler. And now may I show you a few scenes from The Tingler?
Listen. Do you hear? It's coming back, turning the screen into a buzzing, crawling, creeping nightmare of terror. This is the son of the original fly, daring to explore the forbidden science of transmigration that brought horrible death to his father.
You look as if you've just seen a ghost, old man.
It was the fly.
Fear that will fasten its choking grip on you, as his weird experiments spawn the twisted monstrosities of a living hell. The rat man, whose hands and feet are changed to paws. The living corpse who rose from his coffin. And the return of the fly, seeking revenge with 1,000 eyes, smashing anything that stands in his way.
Suppose he does come here. What if Philippe does not have the mind of a human, but the murderous brain of the fly?
Then he will have to be destroyed.
William Castle, whom the Saturday Evening Post calls the master of movie horror.
Do you believe in ghosts? I do. And you will too, when you come to this theater and see my picture, 13 Ghosts. No more dictation today. When you see 13 ghosts, you'll be given a supernatural viewer like this, which will enable you to penetrate for the first time into the spirit world. It will let you see all 13 of our weird, wonderful, and wildly assorted ghosts.
Now, brace yourself as we take you across the threshold of our haunted mansion, where there's a ghost for everyone in the family. Father, mother, sister, brother. You'll be scared stiff too when you see what they see. 13 ghosts materializing in ectoplasmic color through the magic of Illusiono, the ghost viewer. The ghost of a lion in the basement. The ghost of a murderous cook in the kitchen.
Stop it! Stop it, I say!
The ghost who speaks through the lips of the living.
Death tonight. To one of you.
The evil ghost in the bedroom, fighting to take possession of this beautiful girl. You'll feel all the thrills and chills of seeing one ghost multiplied by the magic number 13.
The Palace Theater, Youngstown, Ohio. Here, film fans line up for blocks as Homicidal starts its unprecedented sweep to nationwide popularity. The only picture ever to offer a money-back guarantee for those too frightened to see its shocking climax.
Now, let me ask you a question. Were you holding his hands throughout the picture?
I was holding him back. He was running out.
Tell me, did you enjoy the, did you guess the surprise ending?
I had some ideas about it, but I wasn't sure.
How about you?
No, I didn't have any idea the way this picture ended.
What was the most delightful piece of mayhem in the entire picture?
Oh, I don't know. I guess the ending sure built up the whole suspense.
To me, it was the introduction of Emily as a homicide, or homicidal.
Oh, do not give the... Oh, Emily is the homicidal. All right. Tell me, will you tell your friends the ending of this picture?
Oh, no. Never.
No, I'll let them suffer through it.
Mr. Castle, I'd like to congratulate you on a fine piece of production. I think Alfred Hitchcock is going to have to go a long way to try and top something like this.
Well, thank you very much. That's very nice of you to say. Would you tell your friends the ending of the picture?
No, sir. I would ruin it.
That is a promise.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Oh, I'd never go home and tell any about this, especially my mother. I want her to come down and see something like this. She'd enjoy it.
Tell me, what did you think of Homicidal?
I liked it.
And you?
I don't think I'll sleep for a week.
And you?
It was wonderful. I really liked it.
And you?
Wow.
Tell me, now, from a mother's point of view, you feel that Homicidal was shocking and terrifying, you say. Do you feel that it's all right for your daughter to see this type of motion picture?
Yes, I do.
How do you base it?
Well, I've always taught Pat that movies are movies and they should be fun and not to terrify you. That you shouldn't believe in everything you see in the movie.
Do you think it's fair to tell the ending of a picture like this to your friend?
No.
Why not?
Well, well, for one thing, if they're going to see it, it spoils it. And for another thing, let them pay their 70 cents and see it and find out for themselves.
Thank you very much. here is the guarantee in writing. When you go to see my picture, Homicidal, you'll get one of these certificates. Then at the climax of Homicidal, there will be a fright break. If you are too frightened to stay to see the rest of the picture, you can present this certificate at the Coward's Corner and get your full admission price refunded. Oh, and please, don't reveal the ending of Homicidal to your friends, or they will kill you. If they don't, I will. For years, I have searched for a unique way whereby a motion picture audience can actually decide the climax of a picture. I have found such a way. My latest picture, Mr. Sardonicus, offers something no audience has ever had before: the power to determine the fate of a character on the screen, the power to punish. In ancient Rome, spectators could decree life or death to a gladiator by indicating thumbs up or thumbs down. During the French Revolution, the mobs could condemn a man by merely shouting, "To the guillotine." In the early West, vigilantes took the law into their own hands. Today, for the first time, the awful power to punish will be yours. After you see the evil events that made Mr. Sardonicus what he was, you will decide what should be done to him. You will now see some scenes from the picture. The face of Mr. Sardonicus will not be shown, because I realize that some people in this audience might be adversely affected by it. Those of you who come to see Mr. Sardonicus will understand why.
Mr. Sardonicus. What makes his name strike terror?
Sardonicus?
Why were you frightened?
Sir, you would not understand. You are young. You do not yet have daughters.
Why does his wife live in abject fear?
If you do not heal him, he will punish me.
Surely he wouldn't beat you.
His cleverness knows a more hideous torture.
What strange attraction did young women have for him? What secrets are hidden behind his doors? Mr. Sardonicus. His deeds form the fabric of nightmares. His face, the face of Sardonicus, can be described only in the eyes of its beholders.
Mr. Sardonicus, in spite of all his cruelties, some people will think he deserves mercy. Others will feel that no punishment could be too severe. When you come to see Mr. Sardonicus, you will receive a ballad like this. At a certain point in the picture, you will vote thumbs up or thumbs down. His punishment will depend on the result of your vote.
Tom Poston. Zots. Julia Meade.
Zots.
Jim Backus. Zots. Fred Clark. Zots. Cecil Kellaway. Zots. What's Zots? Well, if you've got Zots, you get the point. This is Professor Jonathan Jones, an ordinary, normal, everyday type absent-minded professor. Until he stumbles on a magic word that produces riotous results.
Zots.
What's Zots? It's the hardest word in the world to explain.
Well, sir, it's this power I have.
When you Zots a dull after-dinner speaker, you liven him up by slowing him down.
Yes, Gabriel. Very nice indeed, Albert. Thank you.
When you you throw a little Zotz into a party, it really starts to jump.
Would you be interested in a method to immobilize, even destroy, as you choose, every living thing within range of vision? Ships, tanks, planes?
How do you intend to go about this? Light rays, sound vibration, black magic?
Yes. I'm a human weapon.
Zotz. Plots to steal Zotz, land the professor in some hot spots. Zotz! What's Zotz? It's the magic word for fun on land. Zotz. Zotz. At sea and in the air.
The eerie sight, the big fright, one by one the deed is done. What happens to number 13 will leave you numb. A web of evil entangles 13 girls caught in the grip of the candy web. 13 frightened girls, starring Murray Hamilton, Joyce Taylor, Hugh Marlowe, Kai Dee, the Teenage Diplomats. Contest winners from 13 countries: Argentina, Australia, Canada, England, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, Liberia, Mexico, Sweden, Venezuela, with Lin Su Moon as Mai Ling, introducing Kathy Dunn as Candy.
I want us to be together forever.
What starts as a playful flirtation suddenly takes a sinister turn. The 13th girl, she sees too much. She knows too much.
Candy, this is not a game you've been playing. This is for real, and there's no place to hide.
Innocence stands face to face with terror.
If you don't tell me, I shall have to call someone here to make you.
Spider!
You know about him? That's impossible.
You must be killed immediately.
Looking for something different, let me show you a few of my latest listings. Now here's a lovely piece of unimproved property, a small plot in a quiet neighborhood, just waiting for the right couple, maybe you. This costs more money, of course, but it's guaranteed to last you a lifetime, and then some. Now if you're not afraid of something a little out of the ordinary, and you're in the market for an old, dark house, especially designed by Charles Adams, I've got just the thing for you.
The old dark house. Why don't you drop in?
I introduce a friend of Casper's, Mr. Pendrell.
Such a surprise to find he had a friend. We're having you for dinner. Delicious.
You'll find you can't help getting all choked up when you meet the lovable family that owns this place. Roderick, not pretty, but not nice either. Cecily, on the other hand, both pretty and nice.
Something terrible is happening here. You've got to leave before the others find out.
The others? Who are the others? Well, there's Aunt Agatha, who loves knitting, surrounded by a raft of wool-gathering relatives. Someone really needled her.
Must have been murder. She always knitted so carefully.
Morgana, one of the better built-in features of the property.
Don't you have any boyfriends?
I always had to be home by 12 o'clock. And, well, things were just getting started, and I had to stop.
An interesting pair of knickknacks, Casper and Jasper, dead ringers for one another.
You're there, and you're dead.
An innocent visitor who came by accident, and by accident is still alive. We're proud to offer this unusual property, but we'll have to admit it's murder to run. Will be available for occupancy as soon as present tenants are exterminated.
Something happens to me. Something frightening.
From the loneliness and simplicity of an isolated farm to the sophisticated elegance of a country estate, Strait Jacket mounts to a crescendo of electrifying suspense. Sinister. Frightening.
Bill! Bill! Don't you go in that room!
Joan Crawford in a shattering screen portrayal. A frantic woman pressured by straitjacket tension.
Leave me alone! You let go of me! Listen to me!
Just call me Lucy. I wouldn't like my little girl to think I was trying to take her fellow away from her.
Carol and Michael are going to be married! And nobody's gonna stop it!
Ingeniously designed to shock and startle, Straitjacket may go beyond the limits of your ability to endure suspense.
Mother!
He's gone.
Oh, my God!
The author of the famed novel Psycho, the director of the widely acclaimed thriller Homicidal, the co-star of Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, join forces to create a frightening classic of shock and suspense.
This is Vincent Price, Dr. Goldfoot, with plans to possess most of the money in the world. Frankie Avalon knows it. Dwayne Hickman finds out about it. Susan Hart is an innocent tool of the plan.
Hello, darling.
Jack Mulaney helped make the plan. And special guest star Fred Clark just doesn't believe it.
You're nuts!
All right, follow me. These lush bikini babes are built, produced to perform. And they have the knack of doing what they're built to do. She walks. She talks.
Come here, tiger.
She makes love.
Did you miss me, precious?
Sex has never been funnier. She isn't human, but she is gorgeous.
Mr. Armstrong, you're married to a robot.
Dr. Goldfoot is a dangerous man, but he does have his lighter moments.
All right. Shut eye. Faster, Igor, faster. Igor! Dr. Goldfoot? Igor, where have you been? Here they come again! Stop singing that song!
Dr. Goldfoot and his bikini machine